You're in it?
Welcome to this blog edition of Urban Tales. Right now I am at Rose Garden, and before me a couple from United Kingdom, London. By profession they are both doctors. So it is sort of my first interaction with any visitor who is from some other countries. So let's start. I welcome on behalf of my YouTube channel Urban Tales. First, just introduce yourself.
So, namaste. My name's Niall. I'm from London. What can I say? We've come to Chandigarh towards the end of a trip that we've been doing in Himachal, where we're delivering some medical clinics out there.
Namaste. My name is Abby. I am from Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Home of Beatles.
It's in the southwest,
Northwest.
northwest. Okay. And you are also from
London is from south, so south is, big city.
Okay. Acha, before coming to India, how many countries you have visited so far?
I'm lucky. I've done a lot of traveling. How many countries have I visited? It's a big number, I think.
Too many.
Keep on.
I'm not sure I could say, honestly. I've been across Europe, lots of different places in Europe, France, Spain, Italy, Germany, Poland. I went to Russia one time, I've been to China, I've been to Africa, to Kenya, Morocco, I've been to USA, Canada, a lot.
Acha, up till now, which country has been very picturesque or having a very good landscape?
Well, I can't say anything about Himachal. Himachal is the most beautiful
Himachal,
place
yeah.
almost I've maybe ever been.
If you compare that with Ireland or Scotland,
Oh,
It's
no
different.
comparison.
No comparison. Yeah,
What?
no comparison. It's more beautiful here, for sure.
okay.
Much
Himachal
more
is incredible. There's, Scotland is incredible too, and Ireland is
It's got its
incredible.
own
But it's
charm.
different, and the scale here is so much bigger, and just it's glorious. And the colours are so vibrant in India compared to the UK. And like somewhere like French Alps, pretty good mountains up there as well, I'd say. But there's
If
nothing
we're
like
talking-
Himalayas.
If we're talking the landscape, Himalayas definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. And what about you? How many countries you have visited so far?
Too many to count.
Like,
Well, my favourite country,
Acha,
besides
yes.
India,
Okay, yes.
is Peru.
Peru? Have you been to Machu Picchu?
I've been to Machu Picchu.
Okay.
Yeah, I ended up going twice in 2 days.
And Stonehenge?
Yeah, like the
Stonehenge?
Do you know, it's funny, I've been to Machu Picchu twice, but I've never been to Stonehenge.
You've never been to Stonehenge? I've been to Stonehenge.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I've nearly been
See,
so many times.
Stonehenge, Kasar Devi, they have same geomagnetic
Oh, that's
configuration.
right.
So you don't need to go far from home, you can just go to Stonehenge.
I'm planning on going
So
in
next time,
July.
instead of going to Kasar Devi, you can also visit Stonehenge.
Have you visited Stonehenge?
No.
Have you visited,
I have just read.
have you visited the UK?
No.
Would you like to?
If someone sponsor me.
Well, if you ever make it across, you must tell us.
We will. I'll give you a roof.
Roof?
Yeah, you always have a place to stay with us,
come
for
and
sure.
stay with us.
Okay, but that will. But for that, I have to arrange a ticket money.
You have to
You
get
sort
there.
the plane ticket. We'll sort the van.
But I have to purchase plane ticket,
Yeah.
and you will provide me a roof for how many days?
Well, we'll have to see. You can come stay with me in the UK, down in Somerset. You maybe be in Liverpool.
Yeah. Spend a few weeks with Niall. A few weeks with me.
You have a house in the city or in a rural landscape?
Well, I don't have a house.
Okay, you are basically immigrant.
Renting. Yeah, I live in Oxford at the moment.
Okay.
And yeah, I've got a house there. But I'm going to move to Somerset, which is
Acha,
the southwest.
share me your worst experience.
My worst experience?
Yes.
Where?
When
Ever in my life?
Traveling.
Traveling. One time, I was telling you this story the other day. One time I tried to take the train to Russia from Poland.
Okay.
And during that you have to travel through Belarus.
Acha.
And I didn't have the right visa. So I got to the train, I went on the train, met some people. I was just waiting as we traveled, and then the police came with dogs looking at the passports.
Okay.
They took our passport. They said, "Oh, you don't have the right visa," and they kicked us off the train, turned around, go on a different train back to the edge of Poland. And in this tiny town, I'd never been before. I don't speak any Polish, and there I was in this tiny town with just my friend, and we had to work out how to carry on the trip because we're supposed to be in Moscow for the next part. So that was really scary to
Okay.
be in the nighttime, lost somewhere in a small village.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. We made it. We met a man. We met a very kind man, and
Okay.
he knew all the local languages, and he looked after us, helped us to get a visa and a train ticket, and we got out of there. And then
It's always like that. You know, when you travel, someone will always
what,
help you.
what do you find very core striking feature about India? What makes it little bit different from others?
What makes India's people different to others?
no, India is a place. What's striking
the whole
about India?
Of India.
Striking
I think it's connection with religion and its spirituality, and how the religion is so ingrained in the culture.
Okay.
So the people, the land, everything has more resonance.
Okay. Do you know that there is a one location near Dharamshala where Israeli are the most they frequently visit after just completing their compulsory military service. Their first stop is to India, that place. Dharamshala.
Near Dharamshala. I didn't meet any, but
And do you
I was told there was lots of like Jewish people.
Yes,
There's like
yes,
a Jewish
yes.
community that's
Jewish
pretty much
community,
outside.
they have restaurant. They have been living since 20 years. Yes, yes, around Dharamshala. Just Kangra or maybe Kullu.
How many people?
Complete town,
The whole town.
whole town. And do you know, India has some connection with Israel also.
Really?
There is a one location, Roopkund, in Uttarakhand, where you are going, na, Rishikesh. Approximately 230 kilometers. At a distance of 230 kilometers, there is a one location called Roopkund. Its height is around approximately maybe 22,000 feet. Roopkund. There is a glacial lake. And in 1947, one forest ranger reported that a lot of skulls and bones, plus swords, bhala, ye, wo, are lying in the lake. Because in the summer, water melt down and the water was crystal clear, and in the water there were approximately 100 skulls.
Wow.
And every skull, there are two, when they just resemble, there were two set of people. One were above 6 feet, other were just 5.5, which is very typical to the local people, Pahari people. Okay. But mystery was about the people whose skeleton size was more than 6 feet. So it remained mystery forever. Then after that, in approximately 2003 or 4, some people started doing expedition. Because at that time DNA testing was not as prevalent in India. Carbon dating test. So those structure was collected, and they were sent to Hyderabad for testing, carbon testing plus DNA. And very interestingly, this is a smaller one and have denture in their forehead.
Denture.
And every skull has hole. What happened actually? There was a hailstorm,
Oh.
and
Oh. What?
it came so fast and so heavy, they just penetrated through the skull.
Hell.
Imagine that.
Okay, and the smaller people, they have little dent. Basically, they were porter.
Because they have soft
In
bones.
hills, they used to take rassi.
Okay.
Yes, and that was a dent. Okay.
Oh.
And when they did carbon testing, they found that this skeleton belonged to approximately 800 years.
Wow.
800. Okay. And when they started matching DNA, there is a western side, Konkan belt, where people have cast Joshi and all western side, Mumbai, Joshi or Bendre. their genome very much is very close to Israel, Jewish people.
Oh,
Wow.
So that's
So
why
they think
the
they might
Jewish
be
people have some population in Mumbai also.
from
Interesting.
800 years ago.
Yes, and that is the main reason Israel is very close to India for one reason or other.
That's fascinating. There's a lot of history, I think, of the interrelationship between
Inter-relationship.
Europe and India and the Middle East. That's
So India and Israel, are they still, do they still have?
They have
active
ancestral
political,
links.
Diplomatic relations.
Even their style of worshipping, slightly differs, maybe language context or maybe something else. But their rituals or you will find a lot of similarities.
fascinating.
Wow,
Fascinating.
that's really nice history. Where was, and it was near Dharamshala it was found.
And if you, what about your science, physics? Do you physics understanding?
Physics understanding. What's my physics understanding like? I did it in high school. I haven't done
And
much
you?
since.
I studied physics until I was 16.
Nee, see,
But my brother is a physicist. So
right
I
now,
know-
right now, there is a sort of a mixing of different discipline like bioelectronics, plain medical science. What is your scenario in UK right now?
In
See,
terms of-
in
But that's still biochemistry
We
rather
didn't do
than like
physics in
physics. We didn't do any
Okay.
physical
Just
chemistry.
now,
or anything.
now I will explain you some our rituals,
Tell me.
Vedic rituals.
Ah,
We have a practice of offering water to Shivlinga. Right? On Monday, generally people visit temple of Shiva. Right? In India, there are three types of main divine entity. Shiva is destroyer, Brahma is creator, and this Vishnu Bhagwan is manager. He manages all. Okay? When you are offering water